Hello, welcome to the M Show, where you come to hear tips and have some tools to feel better and have a healthier life. So I am today with Michelle, and we will talk about creating community, the benefit of being in a community. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Medge, and welcome back from the beautiful weekend you had with your wonderful community. Tell me, what was the best part of it?
Oh, the best part of it is that I was relaxing.
Ah,
So I have no computer. And I record some video, of course, but not even for work, just to have some memories. That's it. And it was really, it was very, very beneficial, I would say.
so I understand that being in sacred community in Miami with like-minded friends and people that allowed you to laugh and share some wonderful ideas made you relax very much.
Absolutely. And I will say it's important, as you say, to be in a community. And we need to say that it's very difficult to find your community because like-minded people, it's a very big world,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's not very easy. So we were talking about that last time. People often when we are in a community, we expect that everybody will be with you all the time and do stuff with you, but it's not like that.
No, no, no.
Everybody has their own life, and
Mhm.
we have time with the community, we have moments, and we have stuff that we learn and we grow together in a way. No matter what, you grow with everybody that you meet, you learn.
Well, for me, community is not only the visual people who I can laugh with. I have a multi-dimensional community in my life with authors that either are alive or not, family members that are alive or not,
Mhm.
because you can't see everyone personally. And rather than miss them because I can't see them, I decided to create a relationship in the invisible. For example, my mother has crossed over, it's 53 years, 53 years. And I just wrote a book as a birthday present for her birthday, which is July 21st. Now, hadn't I lost my mom when I was 19, I may not have known how to create community with the invisible, but my desire for the relationship to continue was so great that I wouldn't let it go. And
Mhm.
now I talk to my mom, and this is not imagination, it's real, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day because the connection is so simple. It's believing it and listening to the sound of silence where they come to us in intuition. For
Mhm.
me, that's sacred community.
Hmm. Oh, that's great. That's great. And I think it's very important to be able to have this community alive, because the community you are talking about, it's family.
Yeah,
And no matter what, the secret link between mother and children is so intense that it's always
yeah.
alive, even when they are not there anymore. So I found
And you
community.
feel lonely.
Mhm.
You
Community
could feel lonely. That's what I'm
here
saying.
is community. For example, we are part of a community of Farm City. We are technically a lot of members, but people who are participating all the time are not as many. So just because some are finding the
Yeah,
physical community here in Sarasota beneficial or
yeah,
important or
yeah,
helping or supportive, but also like you, because I was talking with some people, they say you are in another community of Sam City online with some other people. So, and some people here have more time to be online than to be in
Yeah.
person. So
Yeah. Yeah.
being in a community, it's not all the time easy, but we need to be very it's important to find the people we connect with, but we connect really
Yeah.
deeply with, and
Yeah.
the people who love you no matter what,
Yeah.
and who support you, and have some compassion. And that I think that's so important and beautiful.
Well, Medge, you said something that's priceless. When you have community, whether it's any format, Zoom, telephone, invisible, you still can only have it if you schedule time for it, because time is valuable. And so is doing things that are meaningful. So if I love to have quality time with authors every night, it's a luxury, of course. I go
Mm-hmm.
to my room, I schedule 1 to 2 hours every evening for
Mm.
reading because it fills my soul. And my mind loves to learn new ideas, which I can't find on television or maybe in simple conversation with a neighbor. I need something more stimulating, more intellectual, more scientific.
Mm.
So I can either be hungry for that or I can schedule time for it. It's the same
Absolutely.
thing. You called me 2 minutes ago. You said, do you have time? I dropped what I was doing because my relationship with you is so valuable that I said, I'll stop this. Medge and I will have quality time, because if I didn't, we miss each other. And not only do we miss each other, we miss each other in our soul, because we get fulfillment from engagement with one another. We must schedule time for quality relationship.
Absolutely. And that's true. Creating community is also being able, making time for each
Yeah.
other. I was
Yes.
telling you that I have to deal with my mother
Yeah.
uh, sickness right now, and I
Yeah.
will have to leave. I will have to be in another state and come back here because I have a company here, and I will have to travel back and
Yeah.
forth between. It's a lot. It's a lot. So we all are. So I want people to remember that creating community can be easier than we think
Yeah.
when we look at other people as people who have their own life, people who have their own issues, their own struggle, and looking at them and taking, I will say, the best of relationship.
Yeah.
And as soon as we do that, I think we are more open to a true loving community that
Yeah.
we might not have today, but that we can create.
It is a creative thought.
Mm.
It's very creative. If you have a minute, I just wrote a press release about generosity is giving our attention.
Mm.
We give our attention, and the universe gives us attention back. If we want more acknowledgement in our lives, we must acknowledge others.
Yeah, but
And
we talk
sometimes
about
people,
that.
I commit to doing
Oh
Facebook
my
a
gosh.
couple of times a day because I know people are hungry for attention. So I take the time to hit like, and sometimes usually I'll even say a sentence. And do you know what? That person feels so acknowledged, because it's a lonely world in this isolation that we live with. And I don't have to get into politics. And sometimes just a little light makes somebody feel, somebody thought about me. You and I are very gregarious and we have lots of friends. So we're not as hungry for attention because we have tons of attention. But there's other people that are introverted and not as good at promoting themselves or getting their name out there or acknowledged. And they feel that they're not worthy of attention. And they are. It's just that they don't have the skill to communicate to get attention, to be acknowledged. And that's why I like to put these events together, because people need networking. It benefits their soul, not just their wallet, but their soul, to have somebody say, hey, gee, wow, that's great. Wow, you did that. It makes them go back to their studio and do more. We love people and people love us. And coming together takes time, and sometimes it's a financial investment, but it's worth it.
Yes. And I told you again, I'm not sure that I will be able to make your next event. However, if I'm in town, I will make it. But
Yeah.
for the next 2 months coming, I'm taking no commitments.
No.
And yeah, it's I have to do it because it's my mother. And
Okay.
yeah, it's very important, because not doing it will not be being a good daughter.
And if the day she crosses to the bright side of the light, you will cherish every moment you spent with her. And that's why I
Absolutely.
still have a relationship with my mother, because those 19 years were fantastic and I am not willing to give them up. And that's
Yeah,
why at
absolutely.
73, I still talk to my mom every day.
Yeah,
Mother's
absolutely.
love can never be replaced.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so
I
important.
support
No
you
matter what.
getting that time
Mm,
with your mom before it's not available. So thank you
absolutely.
for this conversation. It warmed my
Oh,
heart.
thank you to you. It's always nice to have this healthy conversation with you. Have a beautiful evening, and I hope you all listening learn something today. And we will be back shortly. And Michelle also have her channel, and it's Healthy Habits with Michelle, where she is promoting her events. So go check it out, because she have a lot of things going on in town and
Yes.
a lot of creations that she's doing right now. So stay
Yes.
tuned and follow her.
Thank you, Medge. I really appreciate all I've learned from you. And the best thing I learned from you is generosity.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Have a
See you
beautiful
later.
evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.